Have you ever wondered how many dreams have died? Not because they were impossible, but simply because someone was too afraid to start. If that feels familiar, stay with me. Today might just be the turning point you've been waiting for. Hi, I'm Kai, and this is episode 1 of our series, Breaking Through Life's Barriers. Today, I want to share a story, one that may feel uncomfortably close to your own. A story about fear, hesitation, and the moment everything begins to change. Because the truth is, your life can shift in a single decision. If you finally decide to step forward. A few years ago, I found myself sitting alone in my car in the parking lot of a community center. I had signed up for a workshop that I believed could change my career. Pre-med PhD for Italiano, I prepared for it. I told my friends I was going. But when the moment came to walk inside, I froze. My hands clenched the steering wheel. My chest tightened. Every what if became louder than my heartbeat. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I embarrass myself? What if I start and lose everything? I sat there for 40 minutes. 40 minutes of fear winning. Then I turned the key, drove home, and told myself, maybe next time, but deep down, I knew the truth. Fear wasn't protecting me. Fear was stealing my life. That night, I stared at the ceiling, unable to sleep, and I asked myself a question I had never asked before. What is more painful, failing or never finding out who I could have become? It hit me like a wave. I wasn't afraid of failure. I was afraid of being disappointed in myself, afraid that trying would reveal my limits. And that's when I realized the real failure is refusing to try. This leads to the first lesson. Fear is a signal, not a stop sign. Fear shows up when something matters. It's not telling you to quit. It's telling you, here lies your growth. The people we admire aren't fearless. They just move with fear, not against it. The second lesson is that action creates clarity. Most people think confidence comes first. They wait to feel ready. They wait until the fear goes away. But confidence doesn't appear out of nowhere. Confidence is built by doing the things that scare you, even in small steps. Start tiny. Send the email. Commit to a 10-minute walk. Write 1 page. Make 1 phone call. Watch 1 tutorial. Say I can do this once out loud. Tiny actions rewrite the brain. 1 small step becomes 2. To become momentum. Momentum becomes identity. And the third lesson. Failure is feedback. Think about a GPS. If you make a wrong turn, it doesn't say, you're a failure. It simply recalculates. Life works the same way. Every mistake, every setback, every stumble, they're all information. They guide you toward who you're meant to become. When you stop taking failure personally, you start using it wisely. Now, I want to ask you something, gently, but honestly. How many dreams have you delayed because you were waiting for the perfect moment? How many opportunities have you walked away from because you thought you weren't ready? How many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it later. I'm not good enough. And how many years did those words steal from you? Take a breath. This isn't judgment. This is your wake-up call. 2 months after that day in the parking lot, I decided I wouldn't let fear decide my life. I signed up for another workshop, and this time, I walked in. My voice shook. My hands trembled. My heart raced. But I sat in that room. I learned. I tried. And I left, transformed. Not because I succeeded, but because I showed up. From that day forward, I made a promise. When fear speaks, I will still move. That promise changed everything. My career, my relationships, my purpose, my life. So here is the challenge for you. Right now, at this very moment, there is something you've been wanting to do, something you've postponed, something that keeps whispering in your chest. Today, I want you to choose 1 small action, just 1. Something you can finish in the next 10 minutes. A step so small you can't fail. Because action, any action, breaks the cycle. Your fear doesn't get to decide the rest of your story. You do. You don't need permission. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to begin. And when you do, you'll look back on this moment, this exact moment right now, and realize it was the day your life started moving again. If this message touched you, if it stirred something inside you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs it. And if you want to keep growing, learning, and becoming the strongest version of yourself, make sure to subscribe to inspire change today. New episodes are coming. 20 stories, 20 breakthroughs, 20 chapters of transformation. Your journey isn't over. In fact, it's just beginning. Subscribe now, and let's create a better life together.